My class is back. No whiteboard. It's just me by myself, your favorite professor. I want to talk about one thing I touched on a couple videos, actually a little while back, which is perfectionism. So I did the original, the problem of perfectionism. I talked on different areas in life. Then I talked about the next chapter, which was social media. Now I want to kind of put the camera on me and talk a little bit about this whole content creation, the whole process, where I see most people mess up, right? So perfectionism ultimately is more than a problem, it's a cage, right? So the problem is you're not moving forward. The problem a lot of the times why is because you're waiting for the right moment, or you're waiting for things to be perfectly lined up, so you lock yourself in this cage, right? So a lot of time, here's the different things I see. I see people go through analysis by paralysis, which is where they have 15 different ideas of how they can do something, so they don't actually start. So with me, it was kind of like, I want to do this YouTube thing. I need to be doing 2 videos and 2 shorts a week, something like a set schedule. Where do I want to do it? I can do the videos in the car. I can do them at the park. I can do them in a classroom where it looks more like a professor. I could do them inside, right? It doesn't really matter. The whole thing is, I said I was going to do 2 a week, and I said this on a Sunday, and now it's a Wednesday, right? So I basically stalled all this time, right? I delayed filming. I delayed launching the idea. That was probably one of the biggest headaches, is I just kind of sat still. I was kind of in my cage, right? So what I encourage, don't even worry about the aesthetics, just worry about the action, actually doing something, right? Now, the other thing is, you get caught up in this lie with perfectionism of, I'm behind. Everyone else is ahead. Now, what I see with this is, a lot of the times you're not behind. Ultimately, that's just a defense, because you're behind this idea that whatever it is not good enough yet, right? So perfectionism is a defense where it's basically like, well, once this is ready, then I'll launch it. Once this is all in order, then I'm going to put it out there, right? This really hits a lot of high performers. People that accomplish a lot, they use it as a shield. So when I was in grad school in my MBA, a lot of the students that my classmates, they were like these super high performing, but also they're very analytical of themselves. So they would basically make these mistakes and kind of spiral off the deep end. Then they wouldn't volunteer anything until basically everyone else did, so they felt like they were more comfortable, or it was, the timing was right, or something like that. To me, that's self-sabotage, because you're not taking action. You're waiting on all these things, and you're hiding behind something because you want it to go a certain way. So you're trying to control the outcome, right? Now, the biggest thing I would say is, done is better than divine, right? So B plus is better than the A minus that never actually got turned in or graded, right? So the biggest thing I would say I see with a lot of students is, they want things to be perfect, and they want to make sure that they get the best grade ever. So they wait until something is past due to turn it in and give me these different excuses or breakdowns. And I can see for what it is, right? So I'm kind of like, okay, well, let me take a look at this. And I'm like, well, you know what? If you would have turned this in when it was a B plus, I could have coached you to get an A the next day, right? I could have prepped this a little bit better. Now, where I've had this happen with myself is, I've focused too much on perfectionism with making these videos and not consistency. So, like, I've had it where I had a schedule. I was going to do 2 videos in a week, and I did one, Monday. The next one, I went through like 50 different edits and different takes and different things, and I basically pushed it to the next week. And then I'm like, okay, well, now I got to do 3 this week to catch up with my schedule. When ultimately, I could have done B plus work, put it out there, let the people see, let people make their decision, because I have no control over what people think anyway, right? So ultimately, that could have been something that would have helped me. So my biggest thing is, when it comes to perfectionism, just release it, record whatever you want. As far as my content creators, do what you got to do, and then repeat that cycle, right? Everything, you can't control every single outcome. So trying to do so will keep you in that cage of perfectionism. So I hope that this helps, per usual.